everybody. You are watching Falling to the Top. I am your host, Theogenic Marvel. Well, we are talking about a few things. A lot of people are talking about it. The smack that has distracted the entire universe from what's going on. That's number one. Also, everyone was worried that Joe Rogan had too much power in the media. Guess how it just got worse. We're going to talk about it. As well, there is propaganda. It's everywhere. It's going to be a good time, and if anything, you're going to come out completely radicalized. So stay tuned, and let's get started.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
I feel like that little sparkle that goes by falling to the top does give it like a bachelorette feel. That's like, who will get a rose? Who knows?
Yeah. This is going to be a fancy boy show. And then,
well, listen, hey, Serge, if anything, yeah, we pretend to be fancy very well.
Fancy poodle here.
The whole family.
Let's be honest. He is a menace, and he's murdered before. So yeah, the smack. Let's be honest. Out of the three of us, I guess Marco and Ryan will be coming soon, so that's awesome. Did you guys actually even remember that the Oscars were this weekend?
Yeah, we were watching it, and then we turned it off maybe about 20 minutes before the slap happened. It was like, okay, it's getting long, it's getting boring. We've seen this before.
Yeah. It always is. And then I forget.
Then the goodies happen.
Yeah.
Well, like this is the best part about the Oscars is they're horrible, right? Like if it's like we're narcissistic as comedians, and Irene, you're a woman, definitely narcissistic.
What?
So, but let's like you're going, okay, so that's the most narcissistic show. It's like, oh, we're so good at what we do. We should award ourselves. And you're like, okay, fine. But you're going, you know what? It's an entertaining evening. It's Sunday. It should be fun. It should be. And then apparently Will Smith lost his fucking mind. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. Also, can I ask, is it not known that like Chris Rock is a big pussy? Like he is not.
If anybody had, like, if Bradley Cooper had said a joke that Will Smith didn't like, I don't think he'd be doing that to Bradley Cooper.
Well, that's why I'm like, I feel it's a little bullyish, like, because Chris Rock's not like, ooh, Chris Rock's going to defend himself. Chris Rock couldn't defend himself against a strong wind. Like,
no, exactly.
It's a little ridiculous. I have enjoyed the memes, though. They have been some very tasty ones. Very tasty.
Out there, yeah.
Listen, like there's a lot. There's so many. One of the first ones I saw was this, which in West Philadelphia, born and raised at the Oscars, I hit Chris Rock in the face, which I was like, that's delicious.
Yes.
Then like the whole idea how Joe Rogan like will get in your face after a fight to get his interview, right? So I saw this. I'm like, that was just quality.
That's good.
Yeah, well, and then like everybody hates
Chris. Yep.
That's fair. That's
that's a good one.
Yeah, a Will Smith clearing question. Now I know why paper beats rock. We are all Lupita. Where we're like, what?
Totally.
When I saw that video, I was just like, and then he repeated, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." I was like,
twice.
Mr. Smith, you're a little bit of a potty mouth there, buddy.
He wanted to make sure it was known.
Well, twice and so
too.
aggressive. Like, listen, Matt Duffy, you've seen people who have gotten into altercations, and the people who are completely ill-equipped to be in a fight also start, I'm shaking, I'm so angry. Easy. That's just it's just adrenaline. It wears out. Don't worry about it. But yeah, it's very, don't talk about my wife. Okay. And then, things we don't talk about the Oscars. Apparently, Will Smith's wife is one of them. That's what was this one? Oh, did anyone else realize that Will Smith was laughing at the joke until Jada gave him the side eye? And you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what I noticed.
also, okay, no, I'm going to talk about that afterward. Was this one? Oh, literally seconds later, Ricky Gervais made fun of Mel Gibson's alcoholism, racism, and domestic issues 4 feet away from Mel, and Mel just laughed. Ha ha! Resorting to violence is never the answer. Also factual.
Yeah.
Well,
this is the thing.
Chris Rock officially apologized to show his regret. He offered to fuck Will Smith's wife.
Offered to what?
To fuck Will Smith's wife. Which,
Entanglement. It was an entanglement
of their legs and organs.
Wow.
Listen. What was this one? Oh, this is how y'all do it. It's like he's out with your kids and your wife. Awkward. That's an entanglement. Maybe that's pre-entanglement. And in the best of fashion, there was also there are toys. Everybody hates Chris.
Nice.
$152.50.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. We used to
You
be
don't need one now, right?
It is available.
$152.
What a deal.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it.
That's
Now-
Now I have a question. So have either of you two Caucasian gentlemen taken a look at Black Twitter or Blacked LinkedIn and seeing the comments
Oh, I
from
have.
Black people around this whole situation?
So, number one,
Yeah.
there are some women very angry about certain follicle issues that did not seem because well, no, not joke worthy, but essentially that she had a shaved head, and she's complained about alopecia. Which I don't know. I'm not a doctor, not my thing, but I know that affects a lot of people really aggressively, and it ends up being like patches come out of your hair. It's very, very hard. It's very, very affect your self-esteem. But a lot of them are like, last time I checked, alopecia leaves clumps of hair missing. It doesn't just give you a shaved head. So, and I was like, ooh, that's.
I mean, it's going to affect everybody differently.
Sure.
That's not the point.
What was your point?
What Black Twitter has been saying is that for the longest time, Black women are always sort of the butt of the joke. Even Black men don't support Black women as they should. And the fact that Will Smith stood up for his wife, even when maybe he thought it was funny, but he saw the displeasure in his wife's face, decorum, whatever it was, that he felt an obligation to say something, do something in her honor, right? Like, just somebody needs to stand up for my wife, and if not me, then whom?
So, while I don't disagree with that statement that you should stick up for your significant other, considering the information made very, very public, I don't think that is fair.
And violence. You cannot condone violence, especially in a setting such as that.
Well, on a white stage, and like finally Black people are there. Behave yourself.
it's not that's not the way we want to pose it, right? Listen.
You want to make them white people uncomfortable? Oh no!
No, I don't think anyone should be uncomfortable. Look, anyone.
My personal safety. Clutch my pearls in my purse. Agnes, we out of here.
No, that's anybody. Why would anyone be okay with violence on the stage? It doesn't matter who it's against. It's not. It's about the fact that, look, this is supposed to be the elite of Hollywood, right?
It's true.
And they're falling down to what? Violence. That's if anything, that's actually violence in the workplace.
Yeah, no, I'm not condoning it. I'm just trying to voice an opinion that maybe two white men on a podcast didn't hear.
No, I heard about that, but I was like, I thought it was funny. Do you think it was real? Like, there's been a lot of.
I do. Chris Rock looked shocked, and I think they were friends. Like, I'm pretty sure comedian to comedian, at least they came up the ranks a little bit together. So I think he was totally shocked.
Will Smith's not a comedian.
Well, I mean, he's supposed
He's
to be
a
funny guy.
funny guy.
Yeah, funny guy, not a
Yeah.
comedian. My apologies. Woo, tough room.
No, it's not that. It's more so that his skill set, like Will Smith doesn't go on stage to do time. Chris Rock does. They're very different
fair enough.
skills.
You could
And,
never do stand up, 100%. It's very difficult to do.
well, listen, I don't think Chris Rock was thought of for an Oscar for CB4. Just gonna throw that out there.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
It's a classic.
you-
That is a classic,
Ah.
sir.
It's a classic. It's a classic
It was
movie.
an absolute classic.
No,
No.
but he was hired to make jokes, and it was
Absolutely.
a joke. I thought it was a very gentle poke, about
That's
the
what I
shaved
thought. I
head.
was like,
Barely a decent
Jada
joke.
looks good. Not a lot of women can pull off a shaved head.
Also true. Also
Jada looks
very true.
ripe. So,
Yeah.
I don't think her self-confidence was affected. She just didn't like being the butt of a joke.
Don't
And
sit in the
gave
front row.
Will that glare. And if Will, my man, didn't do something, he's gonna get it at night. And I'm pretty sure she beats him. So
I'm pretty sure he isn't getting it at night. At
hey,
the best of times.
it's an entanglement. She's busy with her entanglement.
There's it's like
Why
a
is that her
it's like a car-
entanglement, right?
it's a one-car carport, so it's full. No more cars. It is
And the
entangled.
carport are full. Don't come and
Yeah.
knocking if
Yeah.
you know what I mean. No rear end. No back door. What?
Feel free to comment, everyone. We have viewers but no comments. So hello, Serge, and I'm sure others are watching. But no, it's
Scared Serge away.
Oh no,
probably.
Serge, don't go.
of course. Also, too, something that I thought was very, very interesting was when ball jokes were funny.
Mm.
Hey, listen.
All jokes funny again.
Well, look, if you can't make fun of bald people,
What's
like,
left?
what's left?
Sure.
There's it's only reasonable. And the fact was, like, and even still, one of the things that somebody pointed out was, like, number one, Demi Moore in G.I. Jane was a fucking badass.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
So, like, I don't think that was like
It wasn't
A
negative
burn,
at
like-
all. She doesn't.
Well,
She's particular,
and a
also
lot of
not
people wouldn't have gotten that reference. It felt like Jeff
Also
Fox
true.
really wrote that joke. Like it didn't seem like a Chris Rock level joke.
yeah, well,
It
yeah.
was very
there's that.
tame. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very tame.
Well, that's the thing is, like, Chris Rock is a very funny guy, and I've
Yes.
never considered him to be like aggressive to the audience at all. Like I've never, like, when you talk about like
No.
comics who roast audiences, he does not come to mind.
No,
He
he's
comes
an
to mind as
aggressive
yeah,
opinion. His
Right.
style is aggressive,
yes.
but I would definitely agree that he doesn't come across as, and anything I've ever heard about him, he seems like the nicest guy off the mic, you know?
And look, the fact that he stayed up there and just kept on talking.
Oh my God, what a
Professional.
pro!
Yeah, I think-
what a pro.
What other people posted, like he deserves an Oscar next year for his performance.
His composure.
Yeah.
So Serge says he didn't know about this, but he's here. So Serge, what happened was Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett
Oh
Smith,
God.
and Will rushed the stage, smacked Chris Rock in the face, and then went back to his seat, and then screamed out, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth," twice. And Chris Rock, in good form as a professional and a seasoned veteran of comedy, was like, okay, and just moved on. And you know what? That's like, he's awesome. No question about that.
Yeah.
Even actually, I remember my wife was on a work trip to New York, and there was they were in a taxi, her and two of her coworkers, and they saw a sign that said Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle performing. It was just a random, like, they just walked in and said, "Hey, we're going to perform tonight," and they were like, "Yeah, okay." So they were actually able to get in.
That's
They went to
amazing.
the concert, and she goes, "Oh yeah, no, it was hilarious." She goes, "Dave Chappelle just kind of talked, which has been his new,
Pontification, yeah.
which
Yeah.
it's fine. Like, I think it's entertaining as
Absolutely.
somebody who pretends to be a philosopher as well. I'm like, no, let's talk it through because it's and then make it funny. So
Yeah,
Whereas
well, I think
Chris
that's
Rock
what
is
Dave
Chris Rock.
Chappelle he's now plateaued beyond stand-up comic.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a personality that gives TED Talks that happen to be kind of funny.
I would
Here
say
and
still pretty well on the grand scale of things. It's kind of like his bucket of making people laugh is so huge and overflowing over what he's done in the past, it doesn't matter. He's still like, you know what I mean? He if anything, by not making people laugh, he's doing a service to say, hey, I've done so much. Let's give somebody else a try, you know? But yeah, so I find it ridiculous how so many people were like, well, don't talk about a man's wife. Really? We're going to go back to that. Okay. That's an interesting look. I'm the first one. Like I think Duffy has seen a couple of conversations online where somebody said something about my wife, and I just stopped interacting and just said, okay. And literally everyone popped. Every other comic who knows me was like, I'm sorry, are you fucking crazy to say that about Dino's wife? He's gonna kill you. And I'm like, no, listen, you say that, that's fine. You can say whatever you want. But I don't let words do what actions must, right? If it was my wife, yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. You know why? Because you're a piece of shit. It's that, right? I worked for a company that had Dave's sister input. Interesting.
An interesting tidbit of information.
Serge has been places and does things.
Yeah, you know what, Serge, just keep dropping that random pieces of information.
A little bit of gold.
Hey,
cousin's uncle.
Listen, this could be a trivia question in like the year 2050 on a little known podcast called Falling to the Top. What regular audience member worked with a sister of Dave Chappelle? Go,
Serge.
Who is Serge? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. We were looking for the full name. Serge X02.
Which is
in harmony.
Come on,
and unison.
it's a common name.
Also true. Well, you know what? That interestingly enough, that brings us to our next topic. Really. So let's be honest. We've all heard how important or how evil Joe Rogan is. He's definitely murders people regularly, and now he's the worst, right? He's what?
At least weekly.
And drowns kittens.
Yes, of course, right? So now the funny thing is, so the last couple of weeks I've been watching somebody who is now being called the new Joe Rogan.
Oh, good. We need a new one.
No, it is worse. It is worse. Okay, it is worse.
You don't need him back.
Where did he go? I thought he was like deleted.
He deleted himself.
Yeah, he went on a soul-searching journey. Trust me, it's ridiculous. But yeah, so interestingly enough, so this is the thing is what he's been posting, which are being like essentially 20-minute just talks, okay, about current events with news articles quoted. This is from this newspaper. This is from this news show. Like very, very legit, uncancelable information where you're going, look, he's proving that this is not his opinion.
Yes.
And sure enough, like some of those topics have been, he's awesome. Some of his topics have been stuff like, did you know that the business of selling blood outside as a contributor to the GDP of the United States of America, it outpaces both corn and soy.
Is that real?
Real.
He has footnotes.
Hey, he had articles. He's like, there you go. This is the new business. $28 billion industry, apparently.
And selling blood
outside. So it's a contributor to the gross domestic product of the United States of America in larger size than corn and soy, which can both be used,
but how much?
Many ways.
Okay. Well, maybe America just doesn't send out a lot of the soy and corn. They like to store that. And you know what? They're like, we have so much blood. We have so much blood.
Never
too much. Like it's just like it's too much.
Gets worse.
Ship it out of here.
You know, we need to evacuate some of this blood. It's just,
yeah. Listen,
there's two sides to every story, Dino.
It gets worse. Do you want to hear how it gets worse?
I would love to.
remember, so if it's produced inside and then sold even within the borders of the United States of America, it still is counted towards the gross domestic product as it does produce some sort of income. Now, that being said, yeah, that's it. Selling plasma for drug money is an American favorite. Bill, I'm telling you, listen, it gets worse because okay, here's a question. Who has heard of the conspiracy theory that was propagated quite a little while ago, specifically in regards to the blood of youth, okay, used in people being able to live longer?
Oh yeah, I started that one.
Hey, no, you didn't. You know why? Because it's happening in Silicon Valley. The best blood is teenagers. I shit you the fuck not.
Oh, teenagers. It's
Yep.
all the hormones and the
Hey.
cum.
Whoa.
Well, listen. Apparently, they're young, dumb, and filled with blood and cum.
Hey,
Not in that order.
a twofer.
Serge says he sells his to Bill for drugs. That's fair.
There you go.
That's called the barter system. I support the barter system.
Yeah.
It keeps big government out of your
Fair
pocket.
trade.
It's fair trade. It's fair trade. But yeah. So, listen, let's be honest.
So this
It
is
was-
where the excess blood is coming from. They're just chopping off so many teenage wieners. They have so much blood
Oh my.
everywhere.
Like a spigot.
So
Like
bad.
a spigot. They chop off the wiener and just plug it and then it's on top. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's-
That's it. That's how
Now
it
it
is.
makes sense.
I mean, if blood is what we're after, half of the population bleeds for 7 days, maybe, and never dies. We could just collect all of that ish, funnel it through to get the big clumpy bits out, right? And then ship it off as required.
I think
But you don't like the clumpy bits? Okay,
I-
keep the clumpy bits. If you're upset about the clumpy bits, Dino, you can have them. It's a negotiation.
it
For
can-
fuck's sake.
it's
You are
Canada's
no longer
maple
welcome on
syrup.
this podcast. No longer, madam.
Cancelled.
Have some
I'm
decorum.
canceled for menstruation blood collection.
It's our new maple syrup.
And the clumps
Canadian
are
export.
lovely.
Just a couple pumps is all you need.
Yeah.
Maybe Diva Cup can sponsor this episode.
Oh,
Diva Cup.
oh, that reminds me.
GDP.
I should talk about our sponsors because that's how we do things.
That's what reminded you of our sponsors. Fantastic.
It's a good idea.
Well, listen, it's the best time to ask for money is when they're on the rag. There you go.
Oh, geez.
Patreon. Give it a check, guys. Check it out and hit us up. Become a sponsor of the shows as well. There is our sponsor, Exclusive Housekeeping Services. I still need that up-to-date one. Pooh, I gotta ask
Yep.
Ryan. But give them a call. They do before pre-construction or post-construction, after renovations, move in, move out, all that kind of stuff. Hey, and you know what?
then
After menstruation.
After menstruation, they will
If
be
you need
there.
a cleaning
help
service
you.
after your period, you need Jesus and a doctor, maybe an exorcist.
What? Maybe
Not
you're
in that order.
exporting it. Maybe it's a business. You don't know. Entrepreneurs, dude. Hustle. The hustle is real.
No,
Hustle
that's
culture, baby.
listen. That's too many entanglements. Okay, that's too many entanglements. The bits are used to make hot dogs.
That's where they go.
Oh,
Serge knows.
You know, Sam-
Delicious.
oh.
Oh, the IKEA hot dogs. Of course. Them Swedish rags.
Oh, that's so
We're coming up with solutions tonight.
I mean, answers.
Answers, solutions, hot dogs. We got it all here, folks. Stay tuned. You never know what's gonna happen.
Your life gets ruined. That's basically how this works.
This is called falling,
It's falling
to the top.
Hello.
This is how you get
We're
up
just
there.
staying-
You
staying
stay,
true.
you stay down here,
Mm,
and then you get up there. Just
ah,
natural progression.
mm.
Life is cyclical, as we found out, so is time. And
Mhm.
apparently, feminism is now cyclical. It only comes. It's out of fashion apparently as soon as Will Smith smacks somebody. He's got to defend his woman. Bullshit.
Mhm.
No, okay. Listen, like realistically,
She should have got up there and slapped him. That would have been
absolutely.
I mean,
Hey, if that happened, I would have laughed my balls off. And if
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
who's going to deny her? She's like 4'2".
Right.
Yeah, I don't condone the violence, but that I would have been like, that's a pass.
It would have been funny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, let's be honest. Even
And a
if she
fair
hits,
fight.
And
and a fair fight. Like, okay, that was the first thing I'm like. Listen, Chris Rock is not
I know.
like
yeah.
even now he's old, and like you would think an older man,
Yeah.
he's stood the test of time. Yeah, still a pussy. That's Chris Rock. Chris Rock literally put his face out and took it. Just my face. And you're going, okay, so that's it.
Yeah.
It's very peculiar. I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so we've gone from Joe Rogan to now Russell Brand is the voice of reason on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Things are not looking up, guys. Things are not looking up.
Why are we always listening to Americans? They have led us
well,
astray.
he's British.
Russell Brand's British. It's worse.
Oh
British.
no, that's even worse. We're going
And
back to
yeah.
the colonizers.
And
We-
no offense to the accent, but it's awful.
Have you seen him without a beard? It's disgusting.
No,
Ugh.
I haven't.
He looks like somebody wearing a flesh suit. It's horrible.
Oh my.
Like it's just it's the worst.
Oh.
Well, he already ruined Katy Perry, so it's
Katy
all
Perry.
staged to keep your mind off pending doom. Okay, that is one of the things, Bill, and that was what I was thinking of, was that
Yes.
that smack has literally totally wiped away anyone's thoughts or concerns with regards to the impending war of nations that is happening right
I
now.
know.
One thing I even actually read, let me actually pull it up, see if I can find the damn thing. No, I cannot. Maybe this one.
If it
No.
was really staged, Chris Rock's acting really does deserve an Oscar then,
Mhm,
because
A little bit, yeah.
he's so shocked,
mhm,
and he at first thinks it's a joke.
mhm.
He's even as shocked, thinks it's a joke, probably because he was like, I can't believe he slaps like a bitch. And then
Probably.
when he goes and sits back down and starts, yelling at him, then he's like, you see it start cluing in to him, like, oh, he really
Meant
wanted,
that.
he meant to hurt me, which he didn't do. And now he's being in complete ass on live television. I'm not sure how to proceed.
You know what? And he did it like a trooper, right?
Yeah.
There's no. If anything, I have more respect for him now. But at the same time, would you press charges? I would.
Absolutely.
Fuck you. You
Yeah,
come
yeah,
onto the
yeah,
stage
of
while
course.
I'm performing, and at the same time, you get the Oscar.
Mhm.
Not, if anything, I
He
really
should've been
doubt.
kicked out.
I don't
And
think
a standing
he should have been
ovation.
kicked out.
He should have been kicked. He can still get the Oscar. That's fine, because that doesn't negate from the performance.
See,
But he
that's the
shouldn't have
thing.
been allowed to get on the stage to accept it.
Mm.
No, he should have been removed from the premises. He assaulted a performer.
Yeah.
Look, in any way, shape, or form. Like, Duffy, you've been rushed a couple times, but you were fine.
Yeah.
Nobody's rushed me, but that's fine.
I mean,
Even if I didn't know how to fight, if I fall on you, you're gonna die. That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no. But yeah, no, it was. That's why, like, there are. I question it, Bill, in the same way. Was it a giant like misdirection? Just because it's a great way. Because literally, who has talked about the Oscars in the last 10 years? Nobody. Right?
Mhm.
Like,
You're not wrong.
you hear about it on Monday morning. Oh, who won? Who lost? When
Yeah.
anything weird happened?
Oh,
Oh,
you
two
did-
ladies cried. All right, it's fine.
Or hearing it like, oh, some more white people won awards. Yay.
Yeah. Or some musical performance was hype, but that's about it.
Yeah. Or somebody got caught lip syncing. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's funny. They're losers. Oh, fuck those guys. Will Smith's new movie, The Hancock, the submissive strike. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the worst part is, Bill, you weren't here when I showed all these pictures, all the memes that I have. So it's like this, how this guy's banging his wife and taking care of Will Smith's kids. It's already a toy in China. So there. And Chris Rock officially apologized to show his regret. He offered to fuck Will Smith's wife. Yeah, but it's ridiculous, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense that anyone thought that was going to be a good idea. Like, it wasn't going to cause drama, right? It's ridiculous. So, are you guys frozen? Am I frozen?
No,
I
no.
know.
I'm just
Just
just a thought. Like, it's
like,
just
yep. I don't even. What else is
it's
there
an
to say? Like,
entanglement on its own, frankly.
I guess so. So, what's new for you guys? What's happening?
Well, so many things. I
You're
mean,
just,
if I could count them, I would lose count.
we definitely don't
After
have to bore
one.
your audience with all that stuff.
let's start counting. 1,
Uh-huh.
2.
Yeah, 3 comes after that one.
Do you remember 4?
I do not, but 5 is a good one.
Do you remember the one after that?
No.
It's something like
6 or 7.
But I think after that.
So
one,
now we're just counting.
anyways.
So
It's Dina, how about you?
yes,
Anything like
tell us
that?
Things.
Anything as amazing as that?
No, this has just consumed everything that I like. Look, I've been clicking on clickbait this all for the last 2 days of just what the hell happened and why it happened and what people are thinking and all sorts of stuff. And like, if anything, and the fact that it was technically violence in the workplace, they were saying that technically he should lose his Oscar because he acted in a way that is unbefitting a member of the Academy.
Of the
True.
Academy Awards.
But also, someone pointed out that what's his face? Who's the guy who married his adoptive daughter?
Woody Allen?
Yeah, Woody Allen still has his Oscar, and so does the guy who moved to France.
Polanski.
Yeah, Polanski. And you're going, oh, well, hey.
I'm gonna put him in that category, and that's what people are going to remember him for. The night he wins that big award is the night he ruins his fucking reputation.
Yep.
Which I think is hilarious. Because, like, look,
it is.
Do you remember Fresh Prince where he said, why doesn't his dad love him?
Yes.
Like, that was an incredible moment. I still cry if I watch that clip.
Yeah, it was very.
You're going, oh, he's an actor. Like that's acting. Like that's the real deal, you know. And realistically, he should be done, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, he knew better.
Yeah.
For someone of his stature.
Someone who has been so okay with things that he very well. Look, Kanye is losing his mind. Just for getting a divorce. This guy's not divorced and his wife's banging people. And he's like, Kanye, no, everything's cool. And you're like, okay, man.
At least when Kanye rushed the stage, he didn't bitch slap
Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Oh, but how delicious would have that been?
That
oh my God.
Just
stop it.
That would have been too good.
No more abuse on Taylor Swift.
But see, Kanye, even out of his mind, he couldn't actually lay a hand on somebody.
He was gonna let
and Kanye's crazy. Like Kanye's got like okay, here's the other question.
Crazier now, right?
That's
so
true.
These jokes would have been funny had they been said earlier in time, but with the climate that it is so wrong.
Which one is wrong? That he's crazy?
The whole making fun of Jada's hair.
Oh.
Right? I think it was funny. I laughed. I thought it was funny. Absolutely.
But I didn't think it was like being.
She's a good-looking woman as a bald person.
She's gorgeous, and especially at her age. Holy shit!
And a bald head. Come on now.
Look, and like in all honesty,
then you can definitely not talk about that wife, right? But like you're gorgeous. So what is your damage, lady?
Well, let's be honest. She told her husband she banged some young guy in front of him on TV.
Yep.
I think she may have some issues. I'm just
Lupita knows the tea because she was sitting right behind that couple listening to all them whispers. Do you see Lupita's face when it first went down when he started swearing? Oh my gosh. Lupita got all Lupita heard all the tea, all the whispers, all of it.
Yeah.
Interview her. Let's get her on this podcast next
Bill
time.
asks how many plants you have in your house, which the answer is a ridiculous amount. Serge says, how's the
was a hard year, gentlemen? 2020 was a hard year. I didn't find Duffy by then, and I looked after many a plant.
She got more plants now.
The oxygen in here is fantastic.
You could not.
Chef's kiss.
You should make Duffy carry a plant around just so it's immediate. How's the greenhouse doing? Wink, wink. Very nice. Kanye gonna hire a Kanye impersonator to punch Pete. Yes, Bill. Did you guys?
They don't even see the plant. There you go. You're just giving the people.
Hey, now you're covering Irene, Duffy. Cover your own face, okay? That's not.
Aw. They like me. They really like me.
Sure, that's fair. Listen, people don't come on here to dislike people. That's ridiculous. Kidding me? Bill says Kanye's going to hire a Kanye impersonator to punch Pete. I would pay to watch that. Like, that would be the greatest. Can you imagine, like, the whole, like, with a real Slim Shady please stand up kind of situation, but all Kanye impersonators, and they all rush Pete Davidson?
Oh,
I feel like that would be a good time. Like, you'd see that and go, what are you going to do? Oh, and just so you know, Bill goes, what plants are in the back room? Most boring plants ever.
oh.
He's asking, why isn't there any of the wacky tobacco growing?
Oh no,
no.
I'm
Don't
only
grow any of those.
a houseplant enthusiast. No wacky tobacco.
There's a pink princess.
I do have one of those. I could tell you about philodendrons and epiphytums.
Oh.
Hey, this is a joke show. This is for entertainment. Let's just stop that. That's
Oh,
too far.
no.
That's too
Come
far.
on.
That's my. If you ask me what did I do today, I could talk about that. That's all I got,
These
Dino.
jokes will get you in touch with your roots.
Hey, yo.
We've talked
You ready?
about pun. I've talked about pun humor.
I think-
It has
I
no
think-
place in my house. It
I
has
think
no
it's
place in my
time-
house.
Wait,
I think
do you want me to leave, Dino?
Oh, I think it's time for this podcast to branch out.
Hey, he hates us.
I'm gonna make a rule that says no honkies and no women, just for you two. You two specifically.
Honky.
Duffy's definitely a honky. Let's be honest.
Definitely,
100%.
yeah.
I agree.
I'm a Greek man. It's different. It's not the same. See, Bill says you decorate your house with salad. Exactly. Might as well be salad that gets you high.
Eat these man, silly rabbit.
Well, one of the dogs likes to, but
Oh, now he's
yeah.
Look, Ryan's here. Hello, Ryan. How are you, sir?
Ryan,
Hey guys, happy Tuesday.
how you doing, buddy?
I am great. I'm sorry, I got hung up at work, guys.
No,
all good.
no problem.
How dare you prioritize the survival of your wallet over this show that pays us nothing? How dare you? How dare you, sir?
I'm sorry, Dino. It'll never happen again. Please
It
don't.
better
thank me.
not.
I'm
It better
sorry.
not.
Is that the
You got
chop?
scolded.
Is that the chopper leaving you above your head,
Yes, yes.
dropping you off?
Get to the chopper.
Private.
You know what? Like, that was one thing that I always thought to myself. I'm like, in my head, it's like I've made it when I no longer have to drive. Like, I am driven places. That's my perspective. But I'm like, but then you see like Bruce Wayne land on his own roof of his building with a helicopter and a bunch of models, and you're like, okay, that might be making it more so than just being driven around. But still,
I'm no longer a helicopter is no longer in my periphery of things that I want to do, and it's not. That didn't go so well. But
you fell out of a helicopter? What happened?
well, I mean, we've always known that if you get in a helicopter crash, it's a little bit more serious than a plane crash. And
Do you
It's
know
like
there's
Kobe. It's an awesome windmill dunk, right?
no, it's
why?
not-
Why would you bring up Kobe and the helicopters? Why would you do
That's
that?
where I was
This is
leading him.
This is my show.
He's
Both
the-
of you are pieces of garbage.
He's the
Both of you are
only-
pieces of garbage.
Can I tell you guys?
the
I don't know if
only-
this is like a American thing or like a my school thing. When we were kids and we would make shots, at the trash can and stuff, we would always yell Kobe if we missed. I don't know how it started. And so when I saw that in the news, the dark side of my brain just laughed. I was like, Kobe. Because he missed.
You know what the worst part is, people, is the fact that both of you two fucks know exactly how dangerous of a topic that is, how angry people have got. I'm going to make a clip of both of these for both of you and make sure it goes on my channel and it goes on your channel, Ryan. And then I'm going to attach Duffy as a collaborator on Instagram because both of you are garbage people. Okay?
Listen, I'm owning my own darkness. I apologize. I mean, listen,
Hey.
I prayed about it afterwards. I was like, that's really messed up. But that was, in fact, my first thought.
Hey, listen, God does not listen to your prayers. I'll just tell you that right now.
No.
Okay? God does not listen to your prayers or Duffy's prayers. Hands down, okay? The highest you get is right here. I hear your prayers, and I'm like, unsent. Just send them back. Just don't even bother. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, you crazy honky. So, Ryan, we've been talking about the excitement of Sunday. Did you watch the Oscars?
Yeah, no, I watched the slap, and it was the most of the Oscars I've seen in my whole life. And it's shout out to Chris. I mean, that's how you host. That
Yes.
was I mean, that he just put himself at like the most professional host in the history of comedy and the history of award shows.
Well,
Like
he was just a presenter. He wasn't even hosting.
didn't-
Like,
he
he was
didn't-
just
he didn't miss a beat though, dude.
No.
He didn't miss a single beat. And he was
Absolutely.
only presenting that one award.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, can I ask you this, Ryan?
Mhm.
Because I asked them, and they said the same thing. Was that in my perception and knowledge, Chris Rock is a one big pussy. Like he has never got into a physical anything. Like he is a weakling, self-declared, right? So, like the idea that Will, who is, a man in very good shape, kind of picked on the little guy. Like is that not?
I mean, the whole thing's kind of messed up. I mean, we're talking about something that's been talked about all week on the internet, and Will is obviously not in a. But for me, it kind of, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a big fan of Will, I'm a big fan of Chris.
Sure.
I look up to them as comedians, and when I was young, someone that I might have wanted to like attain what they've attained, and Will has been doing a lot of motivational stuff and like a lot of like pouring back in the community.
Yeah.
And for me, it was just like, dude, he just tarnished it all for me. Like, I'm like, I can't, like, I'm not listening to you to motivation anymore. Like, you can't lose it like that, bro. I don't care what happened. You
Hey,
can't.
Anyone who checks Ryan's personal Facebook page, you'll see that Ryan has a perma hard on to motivational stuff. That is
Mhm.
all he posts. Doesn't support his friends. No. Motivation. And you know what? You're absolutely right. If you can't look, keeping a positive mindset is not only a lifelong journey, but is a daily, if not hourly, if not minutely fight of your own self.
Well, see, even if it was Jada pulling the strings, which take what you will.
Not
it's
his wiener
still,
string.
It's
Not
like
pulling
you
that.
I can't listen to you now talking about mastering yourself and controlling your demons. Because, bro, I mean, you had
Hey,
you
pretty
had
sure
to
he
get
masters
up.
He
himself
had a
all the time.
backslide.
Yeah, you had to get up, walk down that long like you had time to think about what you did, bro.
Mhm.
You had
Yeah.
time to think.
If anything, like, okay, you know what? Do any of you guys watch Taskmaster? It's a British show.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's
Give us
very,
a
very
comment.
fun. It's very, very cool. I'll tell you guys about it later. But at one point, the guy who leads his name is Greg Davies. He's a hilarious comedian. And honestly, he's definitely somebody I look up to in comedy because he's a great storyteller and really involves a pregnant pause and everything is fantastic. But he's also like 6'8". So on the show, he's the judge of the show. And sure enough, somebody kind of talked out of turn and kind of told him, "No, fuck you, buddy." And he goes, "Huh?" And this guy's young and dainty, like Chris Rock. And essentially, he walked up, he grabbed him by the shoulders, walked him to the back. They're both mic'd, but he's like, "Listen, man, when you talk like that, it's gonna make me angry. It's gonna make me angry, and I want to keep that to a minimum." And the little guy's like, "I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking, sir. I'm not, And that was funny. And I'm like, but that's the thing is, if Will Smith came up to Chris, put his arm around him, and he's like, "Listen, man, when you talk about my wife, it makes me want to kick the shit out of you."
Yeah.
That would have been fucking hilarious.
That would have been And Dino is a very violent man. Okay, and
Also true.
Dino has mastered like the warring first. Like if he had just sat in his chair and said, "Get my wife's name out of your mouth," that would have been one thing. Like that
Sure.
would have been enough. The message would have been received.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
There
two
were-
of them could get death stare at him, right? Like they're
Yeah.
pretty powerful people. Just death stare him.
Order his murder later that night.
I was really
He's
worried
a
about
comedian.
me.
He would have been fine with the
What
death.
was
He'd
it
been
about
like,
me?
"Yeah, whatever."
They're
Some
all rich and powerful,
regulations
but
for
like,
Will Smith for sure.
did it aggravate you guys at all that like everyone was consoling Will after that? Like that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I was like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
Like I was like, what happened to Chris? Where did Chris go? Because in my brain, like I said, we're all hosts here. We're all comedians that host shows. I'm like, dude did his job. He
Yeah. Oh.
laughed it off.
Yeah.
Finished his stuff and got off stage. Like
Top
that's
tier
your job.
professional. Top
Yeah.
tier professional. Yeah.
100% professional, right? And then they got all these shots of like Denzel and Tyler Perry talking to Will afterwards, and I'm like, no, where's Chris?
Hey,
Where-
And also, too,
anything about what his reaction was.
No, I haven't heard anything. All I
Oh.
saw, Adam Sandler posted just an image about Chris
You got-
Rock's world tour.
Yeah.
Which was
And-
cool.
Yeah.
So Chris Rock, like a gentleman, was like, you know what? Part of being a comedian is to come up to the line and then back off. I overstepped. My bad. I apologize, and I hope we can be friends again.
I saw that quick little Twitch interview he did too, and
That's it.
that also aggravated me because whatever celebrity that was interviewing him, she went in, she was like, Chris, don't they give you a list of things to say and not say before you go on stage? And I was
Oh.
like, yeah, you know what? You got a bald-headed person in the front row, and I'm not supposed to touch on that? I'm not like, really? Yeah, I bet you that wasn't on the list, Tammy. I bet you that wasn't one of the things.
Okay, so as comedians, this is so I've been talking about this with other people as well. So if you sat if I go to a comedy show, I will sit all the way at the back, tucked away in a corner, because I don't want to be part of the show. And you know what? Even when I was
was dangerous.
Hey.
If you're in the front row, you're like
you're in the firing zone.
Yeah.
so
That's bad.
now
Yeah.
if you're performing and you start doing crowd work, okay,
Mhm.
what signals to you to leave that person alone? For me, so what I have done sitting down is I'll look at them and just go, just cut it, don't do this.
Oh.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
And then usually they're like, okay,
Yeah.
because I don't, number one, I don't crack, and I just go, and they just go, okay. Why? That's a fair warning. I'm not.
Well, that's the part of
I'm
it.
not gonna
If you're doing crowd work, I mean, even when you're making, and what really, you watch the full clip, he had just got done making fun of like 4 other people.
Yeah.
Like that's the host job at these kind of
Mhm.
event is to poke it's to poke up.
Yeah.
You know,
Make everyone a little bit lively. Ha ha ha.
every
I'm the
roast,
dope.
every Oscar, every televised event, the host is
Well,
always poking
I
fun
thought it
at
was
people.
funny that Will Smith laughed at the Javier Bardem and Penelope Cruz husband and wife joke. That joke was fine. Laughed
Yeah.
at that one. That
I would fuck
didn't
both of them.
make him upset. But hey, make fun of his wife. He laughed at first, but then you look at
That's
your
okay.
wife.
I don't think that's a fair example because we've both heard both those people converse, and they're not paying attention, right? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Those 2 are gorgeous. They don't have to pay attention, and
Yeah.
they were not up front. They were there for like the
Right.
good. They're in close enough to the front that the cameras will see them, but not close enough that they're actually going to talk.
They weren't
Right?
even
Like,
a
it's
lot of
fine.
other people he's making fun of weren't even in the front, and the camera just panned to him too. It was,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Listen, so Ryan, what you did miss though was we had a bunch of things curated. So this was the first one I saw was in West Philadelphia, born and raised at the Oscars. I hit Chris Rock in the face, as well as this Joe Rogan getting the interview.
Oh, I've seen a couple of these. Hold on. Oh yeah.
And this one, yeah, Chris Rock officially apologized, and to show his regret, he offered to fuck Will Smith's wife.
That's classy.
Just the best part is we've gone between 2 to 4 to 6 viewers, and every time it goes up, I show those ones again. They're like, oh, still talking about this shit, eh? Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Also-
I just sent you one that made me laugh the hardest, and pray for me.
Ooh, hold on.
So when and look, man, I don't know. I can't speak because I've been messed up by a woman too. Everybody has, but it's just always weird to me that like he's super defensive now, and it's like, bro, you didn't do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that always like
such a fucking asshole.
like
Hold
bro,
on.
she cheated on you, bro. Like
Oh, but don't they have an open marriage?
I don't know what they have, and it's not really any of our business.
He just
But
hasn't like.
Fuck that. That's our business.
If you're
Yeah.
a celebrity, it's our
It's our
business.
business,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry, pal. We'll pay you a
Yeah.
ton, but we need to know what's
Sorry.
up in your life.
It is pay to play. That's
That's
not going
it.
to work for me.
It's.
Oh, fuck that guy.
I'm pretty sure they're open. Just Will hasn't been as open. He hasn't been banging a bunch of chicks and people and talking about it. Right?
Maybe he should
So
start banging chicks.
maybe he
Maybe.
should, and then he wouldn't be
Right
all
in front of her.
raging bull on the stage.
Maybe he should get his rocks off.
Hey,
So there's not the
then you have to don't slap
Slap a
them.
rock.
You don't have to slap no rocks. Oh, that's epic! Wow.
That's
That's
quality.
really good.
Chris rocked
And
Jada
like,
Ratchet
all
Smith
of
and Will Simp. Delicious.
this talk has
G.I.
been
Jane
to
2, The
make it
Entanglement.
relevant again.
Very
Maybe
true.
this was all a
Well,
plan.
listen, That's and this, well, okay. So somebody else was like, "Oh no, that looked too real." I'm like, "Yeah, but they're all actors. Like,
But no,
that's
Chris
their
Rock is
job."
not that good an actor.
Yeah, he was
Okay, but you
definitely-
know what though? We've all seen him go, "Ugh," and it's believable every single time, right? So,
Sure.
do you remember in actually, you know what? I am a big fan of Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2. I laugh just because they're so slapstick and ridiculous. But then you see Shaq beat up Chris Rock, and you're like, and the whole time Chris is going, ooh, and then his wife beats him up, and you're like, ooh, you know, it's great. But that's the thing is those guys,
Poor
I
Chris.
like it best just how they interact with each other, right? It's just hilarious. But
So listen, I want Chris to be nominated for the Oscar next year for.
so Duffy said the same thing, and honestly, let's be honest, you know, that's actually an Emmy. Emmys are for TV, so
Mm,
you
I'm
can't get the
sorry.
Oscar until it goes.
We,
Gotta be at the cinema.
Yeah.
we do not care, but yeah, no, I guess an Emmy then. But yeah, no, that
Because
was
you two are both retarded. You don't know
a
what the
little
hell
bit,
fucking
a little
is.
bit.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
apparently,
not little anything, but
Will has never won it. Like this was his first Oscar win. Apparently,
I think
well, he was
so,
nominated for Pursuit of Happiness, I believe.
maybe.
yeah.
But
And
first
Muhammad
win,
Ali, no? Was he
I
not
don't-
nominated for
I
Muhammad
don't
Ali?
know.
No, but Legend of Bagger Vance, wasn't he like best supporting?
Supporting?
I
Maybe.
think. And I feel like Pursuit of Happiness, he was. I don't think Ali. I don't think he did.
No,
Because
no.
remember, like it's hard to get a nomination for any movie with violence in it,
Unless you're
or
Russell
it's-
Crowe.
unless you're. Who?
Russell
Oh,
Crowe.
yeah,
Gladiator. Kind of violent.
yeah, but that's not the same, right? Like, so
I mean, he only decapitated people. You're right.
yeah, but also it had a lot of hoity-toity people.
Will.
Hey, man, it was very multicultural. It was
And
very
you know, Clint Eastwood with the Unforgiven.
I'm pretty
He's
sure he
killed a lot
got
of people.
a nomination.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm starting to think. I think a lot of Denzel for Train Day. I think he killed a lot of people. I think that's like a thing you need to do. Oh, the Joker killed a lot of people. I think you must kill
in order
to
be
win
nominated.
Best Actor. You must kill your competition
Whoa.
on screen to get the award.
If anything, let's be honest, there's gonna be a movie made about this situation. Glenn Elrod, welcome. You have fallen, and it wasn't to the top. That is your own damn problem, sir. It's like healthcare. That's unless you're in Canada, it's your problem. Yeah, in Canada, everyone apologizes to you. No, yeah, I don't know. The other thing we were talking about, Ryan, since we're almost out of time, but was I think we should get your opinion on that. Was the fact that this is the new Joe Rogan.
What? He's being serious now?
Guy, okay, you remember there was the conspiracy theory that the blood of youth was being used to keep people young. Do you remember this conspiracy theory?
I don't want to give it any credit, but continue.
Oh, well, sir. I'm going to send you the link to the video that shows news sources that explain that it was actually the export of blood has surpassed the contribution to GDP of corn and soy in the United States of America. So not only is it true, it's fucking happening, buddy.
So literally the blood of our children fuels capitalism?
Teenagers specifically, $28 million industry. 28 million.
Cutting
So-
off a
Why
lot
do
of
you gotta
people.
ruin my night like that? Like I showed up for yucks and giggles and to talk about the slap.
You talked a little much there, sir. You talked a little much. So I gotta put you down a little bit.
Can you not prove like you're gonna summon Marco? Now
Well, he already
really gonna
messaged me.
summon- We're gonna
Listen,
summon Marco now. Like,
Marco's too high and forgot to show up. So
Oh my
he actually
God.
did fall asleep. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. No, well, listen, realistically, okay, shit happens. We're just going to talk. Ryan, if you didn't show up when you did, I was just going to shut it down after 5 minutes, talk a little bit, what's happening this week, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's fine. This is for everyone's fun and enjoyment. Maybe get some laughs and do like,
Mm.
maybe bring Serge information he didn't even know about. Serge didn't even know. Listen, if anything, Serge can now go to work tomorrow. He's like, hey, involve himself in the conversations of others about the slap that is distracting everyone. I think it's fair. Slap!
Oh my god. Look at what Glenn said.
About Will Smith, the motherfucker this morning. I would love to see you do that, Glenn. It's awesome.
Gotta be open hand. You gotta wind it up, open, come down with it, all of
Listen, I've actually smacked Duffy on stage. It wasn't very hard, but it does feel so good. But a backhand, you can make somebody cry a lot. Okay, with a backhand.
That's a difference.
This is just a
That's
front,
totally
just a little
it.
puff.
This is like a friendly, and this is I'm gonna mess you up like this.
different.
Oh,
Mhm.
dude,
different,
and you
right?
know what? Like, yeah, I have weirdly pointy knuckles for someone who's so fat. So
Like
yeah.
if Will had done it this way, they might have escorted him out. They might have because it was okay because he went
I think he would have been allowed to stay no matter what.
Yeah, I don't think you know what. Could you have kicked him out if
I
somebody
was
wanted to?
like,
Choose
where is security? Like
Yeah.
I get
Okay.
that they walk onto the stage all the
Yeah.
time to get their awards and stuff, but like it was not time for that. There's usually like 3 or 4 guys in that separation between the stage and the crowd.
Well, also too, there was very little COVID theater in the show itself. Apparently, on the red carpet, a lot of people were masked up who were there to serve. But oh, Serge said he saw me slap Duffy. It's on my Facebook, on my YouTube channel. But in the place, everyone is actually quite close. And look, yeah, it's a show about people walking on stage. How are you going to But yeah, no, security failed, obviously.
Yep.
Very exciting.
Mhm.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I
Anyways,
think he called out somebody's name, Chris
Yeah.
called somebody right before, and I'm like, yeah, is that the security person that's not doing their job right now?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make any sense. It still seems ridiculous. But yeah. And I'm going to send you the link to the Russell Brand video because that's fucking crazy.
I'll check that out. But yeah, no, I don't know.
Hey.
I lost some respect for Will. He was like one of the all-time best in my mind, and I'm like, I don't know now, man. Like
Yeah, no.
you're
No
still
respect.
one of the best actors, but you can't act like that, dude.
Nope.
Well, listen,
Yeah,
He's a comedian too.
Is-
Like
In fact, he's
wow,
yeah,
he's not a comedian.
comic actor.
He's a funny
Yeah.
comic actor, but like the dude's done stand up. Like you don't
Has
rush
he?
the stage. I think he has, yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? He actually just started. I think it's out now on Roku. He has a stand-up comedy show where he showcases like 15 comics or 12 comics. I haven't watched it yet, but I know Sean Patton's on it. I'm a fan of Sean's. But he just did a show about stand-ups, and yet he can't handle a joke from a stand-up.
But it wasn't him not handling it; it was her not
That's
handling
right.
it.
Yeah,
Which,
we know
if anything,
that, but
I think
still.
she should have, as Irene said earlier, I think she should have definitely rushed the stage and smacked the shit out of Chris, which would have been
Yeah.
funny.
That would have been
Oh,
funny.
I
That would have
loved
been that would have been better. I don't know.
Ah, well.
So
anyways.
Kathy Griffin posted something that I thought you guys would be interested in. So like
Oh,
the
yes.
fact that no one stopped Will.
Yeah. Yeah.
You as comedians, the 3 of you,
Yeah.
are you now concerned that if you make a joke that someone don't like, it's allowed to like?
No, I'll hit you with the microphone. If you rush me on stage, I'll hit you with the microphone or the stand.
Hey,
It's self-defense, and there's 100
I
people.
mean, you're not
I-
wrong, Ryan.
hey,
think
Tom
people-
Segura. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think that it might make people feel more confident about being allowed to rush a comic because they're
Sure.
like, if Will Smith can do it, then I can do it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Listen, number one, that statement in itself. If anyone thinks that, don't,
Don't.
because you're not Will Smith.
You're
Number
not.
two,
Mhm.
Tom Segura posted today. So Tom Segura just landed in New York City for doing
Yeah.
6 shows. And he actually said, he goes, hey, I got a big surprise for everybody. Can't wait for these 6 shows. I just want to let everybody know, if anyone rushes the stage, I'm going to smack the shit out of you and the bitch you brought, just so you know.
Wow.
And you know what? Hey.
Come with
The-
thick skin.
Yeah, anyone who says, well, if Will Smith can do it, I can do it too. Number one, you're lying to yourself. Okay?
Yep.
Go home, use your Bowflex, maybe every day.
You ain't no Will
Okay?
Smith.
Remember that
And
video?
number two is, hey, I will beat, if somebody
Remember
rushes
the
the stage,
video
I'm
that
going to beat the shit
so
out of them.
basically what got, remember the video, like the angry dad that slapped everybody at the party?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Tom Segura said he'd do.
Yeah, you just smack the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
And like, don't even the idea that people think might be more emboldened to do that. Someone is going to get hurt soon. I would say probably this weekend. Someone's going to get hurt. A comic gets rushed, gets jumped, whatever. And you know what? It's going to be tied back to this specifically.
Mm-hmm.
When the fact is, there's comedians across the country who get rushed, who get beat up after the show. That happens, and it should never happen. The fact is that violence shouldn't happen.
I'm not going to bring up the names, but I think you might have remembered it was
a little while ago.
Was a year and a half ago at a show that I was hosting where two comics that we know got into it. Where one comic rushed the other comic while he was on stage.
Yeah. Which is listen, if you ever think that violence is the answer, walk away. Just do yourself a favor, because number one, there's always someone bigger and badder. There's always someone who's crazier. There's always someone who's prepared for whatever bullshit you're going to try and drop. So do yourself a favor and walk away, get a clear head, or ask somebody else that, hey, am I out of bounds? And maybe use your words, because the fact is that if we're going to go back to violence, shit's not going to go well. Okay. People are going to get hurt. And that's something that, let's be honest, we've been working towards for well over a century of trying to be less violent. It's blown up in our face repeated times, but it's about time we actually put in some effort and say, hey, maybe we could talk. And listen, if somebody says no, well, walk away.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Protect your own peace, right?
Yeah. Well stated.
Look, we are adults, okay? You're not some child. I feel bad. That is a you problem, okay? That is not for everyone else to suffer. We've all seen that meme. It's like, I grew up angry and decided to ruin everyone else's day. Number one, fuck you. Fuck you right in the face.
Wow.
Doesn't make a difference. No, you cannot make your emotional state everyone else's problem. That is a mental health issue, and you need to go fuck yourself, okay? That's period fucking dot. Don't come stepping. Look, if you say, hey, I need a friend and I need to talk about something, that's fair. That is a reasonable thing to ask of your friends. But you say, well, I'm angry. Get fucked.
As Dino would say, fuck your face.
Wow.
Fuck your face.
I love that. Do you have a mental health issue? Go fuck yourself. Fuck your face. Fuck your mother. Dino.
Dr. Dino says, fuck your face.
I'm pretty sure if you fuck your mother, you get more mental problems after that. That doesn't help. So fucking your face, that might you can try out for the Cirque du Soleil. If you can fuck your face, you can try out.
If you can fuck your face, I'd like to meet you. How you doing?
I love that he froze literally while talking about fucking.
It's a good
It's a good
picture.
freeze,
Should we
too.
like screen capture?
Look at the
it?
angle too. Like it's ready.
It's a good
Yeah.
one.
It's a good
He's
one.
ready. We're just
It's
waiting.
saying fuck your face, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just, fuck
We're-
your face.
Hold on. Let me
Still.
just.
There we go.
Oh,
Fuck your
oh,
face.
sure you would unfreeze just then.
Anyways, Ryan, don't touch any buttons, you little shit. I wish Dino wouldn't hold back. You get slapped, you, yeah, that's it. Absolutely. Listen, I enjoy a good smacking of somebody. Just paf!
Wow.
Oh, that makes you feel good. Because listen, a smack is not meant to hurt; it is meant to insult someone's honor.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you, like you insulting someone's honor. Just pow!
Oof, that's
Anyways.
the weakest he's
That's
ever
it.
been.
I know.
That's
very
Very
Greek.
Greek.
Very
First
Greek.
things first, I'm the Greekest. That's absolutely true. Maybe I should do a parody of that song. I could pass for Iggy Azalea. That makes sense.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I will
First,
help you,
Greekest.
sir.
We gotta write
Side
that out.
project.
We already have a project on the go, Irene. So let's just calm the fuck
You
down.
gotta wait for the big reveal, Dino. Jesus.
Listen, you already posted it, okay? And you didn't tag me, you prick.
I
Okay?
did thank you.
Not as a collaborator.
I'm sorry. I'm
How-
learning about the
How
collaboration.
dare you? How dare you? Everybody, listen, we're going to
Listen.
be leaking some stuff on Patreon. Sign
Listen,
up to our Patreon, be our friend, be a loyal customer,
Oh,
and tell people about this fucking shit, okay?
what?
It's going on Facebook, which, listen, everything's on Facebook. There's all sorts of dog shit on Facebook. But you can become a subscriber of the Eargasm Comedy YouTube page or Dino the Genetic Marvel YouTube page. I'm doing all sorts of things. The other day on Generation Dan, I got 1,100 views off something.
Woo!
I had an erection the whole time. I'll
Me
tell you that right now.
too.
Listen, we're
a
gonna
lady
start
boner?
new
That's like
thing.
2 boners.
At least.
We're gonna start a new thing on here where Dino can't get any more credit because Dino's got a big head, and we'll have like a animation of your head inflating.
And
No,
sir,
no,
hey,
like,
hey,
no
I
more
am the
credit.
main
Like, I
character in
can't
other
believe
people's
the
lives.
words just came out of your mouth. Like, you didn't mention me as a collaborator, though. And I'm like, bro, you're in the video. They
No,
know
no.
it's you.
It's my voice. I'm not in the video though.
I mean, I think I can speak for Dino, Ryan. Fuck your face.
Wow.
Fuck your face. One little fight, my mom got scared. Said, "Move with your head down." Thanks, Marco. Anyways,
I told you were gonna summon him. I told you.
no, he already texted me and he was like, "Yo, I fell asleep." I'm like, "It's all right."
Well, slip it in. Yep.
Listen, Serge, I'm
Right
glad
in
you're
there,
not on
Marcia.
Facebook.
Nicely done.
You don't need Facebook, Serge. You're good enough just on the YouTubes. Honestly, I found YouTube more rewarding than Facebook. That's my honest. I feel like it's Facebook and Instagram is like it's just for everybody. It's all the crazy people, and like half of the time it's not even that person. Whereas YouTube, you're just like, okay, yeah, it's worth my time.
Good
Anyways.
God.
Wow.
All right. Well, listen, I think that's it. Who else do we have? We have no, not that one. Exclusive housekeeping service 216-650-7984. They clean shit up. Because let's be honest, you always thought, oh, I'll be an adult and I'll clean it myself. You didn't clean it yourself. We all know. We all know. It's fine, but we're okay. Listen, what we learned through the pandemic was, hey, weirdo, we're all weirdos. Don't be weird about it. It's fine.
That's nicely said, Dino.
Listen, just you're just we're all the same. Weird.
We're all weird.
Why are you pressing buttons there, fuckface? Okay. Captain Serge White Nuts. If there was a comment that wasn't there, I'd be able to fucking share it. Thanks a lot, Ryan. Dickhole.
Oh, do you need a hand? There you go.
Holiday drink for lovers.
Oof.
Ryan's a dickhole. So even Serge is, hey Ryan.
Hey,
God.
Serge. Serge has to be on the show. I don't know what happened there.
Serge chooses to be an audience, and you know what? I respect him, and I love what's happening. Put up the fit, Dino. Oh, you mean? Let's see.
Oh, God.
This one.
It gets better every time you hear
Yeah.
it.
Bro, you're making me want to go back and like go to the bank with like wads of cash again every time you play that. Like, I just want to.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing, guy. If anything,
I
you
guess
should walk
you're
around with a
trying,
couple
like,
ones.
You're heckling me with like positive shit. Like, okay.
I'm the anti-Will Smith. That's it. I rub it in your face.
You're Carlton.
I
I
will
dance
tell you
dance
this.
just as good as Carlton.
Not a new-
That picture has been a solid test of my friendship with Marco because I hate the fact that he took a picture of me with sauce on my shirt and made it a meme. That's beautiful.
I did
I
that.
He's like, why do you look like that? I'm like, I'm producing the show. I'm not on stage tonight. He's like, what's on your shirt? I'm like, bro, I ate in the parking lot. Like, what do you like? Have you never produced a show before?
Oh, Ryan.
Marco,
He's a real trash panda.
The trash
I
panda.
can't put it up, Marco, because my
Yeah.
system won't allow it. I wanted me to put up a video, but I can't. No audio stuff after this.
That's
Not
what
sure
it's
what you
called.
want out of the email you sent. Oh, Ryan,
While
is that
you
you?
While you figure this out, can I?
No idea of this private conversation. I'm really glad that's part
Sorry.
of the podcast.
Two of I had more edibles than I normally have, and they just kicked in like 15 minutes ago. So I'm like just trying to keep it together at this point.
I think we
Can
did
wrap
it.
up.
Yeah. Oh, Serge, Serge,
low on it.
Great.
is this for
Serge,
you,
yeah.
Ryan? Is this for
Serge,
you,
I
Ryan?
thought you wanted to come on the show, man. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but you can hit me up on Facebook or something else. I thought you were gonna be here, buddy.
He doesn't have Facebook. You have to use the email. Come on,
Okay, well,
Ryan. God, you're the worst.
he emailed me and said he wanted to come on tonight, and I was like, yeah, sure. I thought like
I think it's true.
you already talked to him. I apologize.
I don't believe you, sir. You said you were going to be late, and you came extremely late.
I did.
I don't believe you.
Mr. Duffy, whatever I did to offend you, sir, it hurts me more than you could know.
Oh,
I'm okay with the Dino hate, but I just like I feel like having like Duffy like is like a kitten. So like I pissed off a kitten. I don't know what I did. Like you're You're so soft and sweet and cuddly to everyone.
Aw.
And I'm like, oh, I hurt
My hair.
I heard the
I'm defending her honor. That's
I
right.
hurt the baby. Jada, chill out, okay? I hurt the baby.
I will smack the
Oh.
shit out of you.
Oh,
Hey, when you little people argue, it makes me laugh because I'm like, none of you are powerful. Not one of you. I would beat the living shit out of you and two more friends, and I would just laugh the whole time. I just made this like, you know how Benedict Cumberbatch was killing people in Star Trek, where he like grabbed their face and just crushed their skull, and I'm like, yeah, that's how would you one hand, you fucking peasants. Bullshit.
Violence is never the answer, boys.
That's not true.
Right.
It's like alcohol. Sometimes it's the answer.
so apparently Surge is coming on. Next episode, we're gonna have Captain Surge's White Nuts on
We're
Falling
not going to have
to
Captain
the
Surge's
Top.
White Nuts because that's
White nuts are going to be on?
that is
Actual
exactly
nuts,
how you
white
get
nuts.
canceled, sir.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
it came out
You know what? I love that Ryan's like, oh, I'm going to bring somebody. What? You're a guest here, sir. That's not how this works. You can have your own fucking show and do as you please. But here is my house, okay? This is not how this works.
Yikes, that was
Dipshit.
a virtual slap.
that
God
was
damn.
God
I
damn.
will- I'm gonna come. I'm gonna drive the 5 hours and smack the shit out of you. Will Smith your ass all over your fucking house.
Please.
This has been very fun, everyone. I've had an enjoyable time.
Totally
Uh,
fun.
Listen,
No,
even
it's
Irene
fine.
got weird for a while, but she's back and she's laughing.
I was
Yeah,
on a
no, no,
menstruation
you have to cry
cycle.
now.
Hey, hey.
You have to cry and talk about love
And
now.
I'm
That's
so
what you have to do.
callback, you know. I'm learning about these things.
Emotional damage.
Ryan, stop pressing fucking buttons, you piece of dog shit. Okay?
Thank you, Ryan. And scene.
I hate you people. More than you know and less than you deserve, just so you know.
Or to all our fans.
This has been, you know what? Fuck it. This has been Falling to the Top. I've had a great time because I'm in charge of this goddamn show. No one else. And if anything, maybe next week it'll just be me talking to you right here. It'll be awesome because I'm fantastic as a communicator and a public speaker. Here we go.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.